Hey guys, welcome back to another video by Simplilearn. In today's video, we're going to be learning all about strings in C. But before we begin, if you haven't subscribed to our channel already, make sure to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon to never miss an update. So now without any further delay, let's begin. This session will help you to understand what a string in C is. Next, string declaration and initialization. And finally, let's understand string operations and the important functions of reading and writing a string. Let's get started with what is a string in C. A string is a sequence of characters represented within double quotes. String examples are as given below. Every time we initialize a string, it must be within double quotes. So for example, if a string is Simplilearn, then it must be within double quotes. Only then it will be considered a string. Strings are not just alphabets, but even if numbers or white space characters are enclosed within double quotes, even that is considered a string. Now let's look at the syntax to declare a string. We have the data type followed by string name and the size. Always a string must be declared of data type character. For example, we have char as data type, string name as str, it can be any name and followed by the size of a string. If the string size is 5, the last character would be a null character represented as a terminating character in the C programming language. Now that we know how to declare a string in C, moving ahead, let us understand string initialization. First, let's see the ways to initialize a string. We can initialize a string within double quotes by mentioning the string size. And another way is that it can be initialized without mentioning a string size in the subscript. And it can also be initialized inside the curly bracket character by character separated with the comma operator. Just by initializing character by character, the compiler will identify the number of characters in a string. Then it will store character in the memory and the terminating character, the null character. Look at the diagram below and understand how a string is stored in memory. First, memory is allocated at some address that holds the string A, B, C, D and null character at the end. And then the index starts from 0 to n-1. So in this example, the string elements are 5 and the index will start from 0 to 4. I hope it's clear. Okay, so let us move on to the operations on strings. We all know that we have many C programming language operations. Similarly, we can perform different operations on string. And a few such operations are finding the length of the string, concatenating two strings, copying a string to another string, and finally comparing two strings. So for all these operations, we have functions associated with it. We use string handling functions defined in the header file string.h to perform such operations in C language. A function like strlen is to find the length of a string. It will count the number of characters in a string and prints the output. Then, strcat is used to concat two strings, which means adding up two strings. Suppose our first string is simply and the second string is learn, then it will add both the strings and give us the output as a single string called Simplilearn. The following function is strcpy to copy a string to another. And finally, strcmp to compare two strings. Now that we have some idea about the strings handling functions in C language, let's look at the functions to read and write a string. First, let's understand the functions of reading a string. Using scanf, getChar and gets, we can take string input. Scanf is used to read string and %s is the format specification. So when we use %s format specification to read a string from the terminal, then ampersand is not required. Next, the getChar function reads a single character by character from the terminal. Once the whole string is read, it is stored as an array in the memory. Following, we have the gets function defined in the stdio.h header file that reads character until it finds the new line character and add a null character to the string. Up next, we have functions of writing a string. And the functions are printf, putchar and puts. Printf function is used to print the string on the console. We use the %s format specification to print the string on the console. Next, putchar is used to print a single character. So using a loop, we can use putchar repeatedly in our programs and print all the string characters. Finally, we have puts function, from which the whole string is printed, which is defined in the header file stdio.h. Let's run a simple program to understand strings in a better way.
Choose from over 300 in-demand skills and get access to 1,000 plus hours of video content for free. Visit SkillUp by Simplilearn. Click on the link in the description to know more.
As you all can see the program, we are trying to print the string called Simplilearn using printf function. So let's give string size less than a string. So let's give 5 and see the output. So here we got an warning saying that string for array of char is too long. That means it just prints the starting 5 characters of a string, SIMPL. So this is the starting 5 characters of a string called Simplilearn. Now let's remove the size and run the program. So as you can see, the whole string is printed. That means the compiler will identify the number of characters in a string and prints the output. In our next program, let's perform an operation using the string functions. So in this program, we are using puts and printf function to print the output. Then we have initialized two strings, and the first string is simply and second string is learn. In order to add both the strings, we are using strcat function. Now let's run the program and look at the output. As you can see, strings are concatenated successfully. So this was our first string called simply and second string learn. And both the strings are added up and given a single string called Simplilearn. So with this, we have come to the end of this session on the strings in C. I hope this session was informative and interesting. Until next time, thank you, stay safe and keep learning.
Hi there, if you like this video, subscribe to the Simplilearn YouTube channel and click here to watch similar videos. To nerd up and get certified, click here.